G'day. Sorry, okay. It's a little loud. Alright, so I got a couple more minutes, but I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do and then I'll reintroduce myself, yeah? So I'm going to make a springtime, yeah? Weather's great, it's beautiful, yeah? And we're in a bit of a tough economy right now, but even so, there's no reason why we can't eat great food. And I'm going to make an asparagus soup, but it's a creamless asparagus soup. And when I'm done, I'm going to serve it to everyone as well, yeah? So it's going to be really good. And you're going to love this soup, and you're going to want to eat it again. And you're going to be like, where do I go? And you go, the Watermark. The Watermark is where you go, yeah? So the food is really good there. Okay, everyone. My name's Peter Edwards. I'm the executive chef for the Watermark restaurant. And today, what I'd like to demonstrate for everyone and teach everyone is how easy it is to cook. Yeah, cooking is not difficult. You just need to know some techniques and just have some food. Yeah. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to cook a creamless asparagus soup, and this soup consists of only a few ingredients. Really, it's just asparagus, which is in season right now. I'm getting the creaminess actually from potatoes, so I'm not using any like milk or cream or anything, but I'm using a touch of butter at the end, just to give it a little bit of just a boiling water with a little bit of salt in there, because that helps retain the nutrients of the asparagus. And you've got to make sure that the water is boiling first, yes, please. And so go ahead and cut your asparagus, pop them in the boiling water for about literally 60 seconds, and you're pulling it out. So what you're doing is you're just blanching the asparagus. The end product is going to be blanched asparagus, yeah? And so I'm using this for two different aspects. One is I'm going to make this vibrant puree out of just asparagus. That's all that's in here, just asparagus. And I use that liquid that I blanched that asparagus in, yeah? I save. And so what I need here is a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to start my creamless asparagus soup. The aromatics are from onions. I've got some leeks here, which I chopped up, which is also an onion, like a big green onion. I've got potatoes and I've got asparagus. I'm going to add the asparagus last minute. Now, since the potato is the thickening aspect, I don't know if we can get a close-up of this, if they can see that. But see this right here, you got potatoes, you got leeks, you got onions. You're sauteing that, yeah? Just to get the flavor, yeah? You're just releasing the flavor. After a period of time, when that starts to cook, you're going to add another aspect, which is some garlic, okay? And then you're going to let that saute. Now we're developing flavor, yes? And so what we're doing is I'm going to add a little bit of white wine. I'll put this on a towel, it's not directly on the table. Yes. And when using white wine, right, when you're cooking wine, because you're reducing the wine, yes, you've heard of that, everyone's heard of that. And what you want to do is you want to keep this cooking until you can no longer smell like it's a fresh glass of wine. You know, you can still smell the alcohol, but the alcohol is kind of that's in chicken stock. You just use that, the stock that you buy from the store, and just put some stock in there. You can use veggie stock. It doesn't have to be chicken stock. It can be fish stock as well. And now that I've covered this, can you see that, please? I've got a couple of burnt particles in there because the pot was a little warm. But just so they can see the ratio of the liquid to what's in the pot. And that just keeps cooking, yes? So, and that's what I have here. Now, I'd like you to see this. So I've already cooked. Now what I did was, I'm sorry, I've got to backtrack. When the potatoes were cooked, so this takes about 20 minutes, right? I also added some thyme in there, and I added a couple of bay leaves. But what I would do now is I'll take out those fish bones, you don't need to use them. I'll take out that thyme, and I'll take out those bay leaves. And then everyone's got a blender, a stick blender, a bar blender, whatever you have. This one's just a heavy-duty one. And you would just go ahead and pop your soup in there. Yes? And a lot of the liquid went in, I've left with this stuff. And it's still pretty good. And that's just cooking, yeah? So, make sure it's on low to start with. I cover this up. And I'm just going to blend that. And that's just going to process. And that's already nice and creamy and ready to eat, just as it is. And so now I want to fortify the flavor with a tiny bit of butter. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating an emulsion. It's already done. I'm just adding a little bit of butter in there. It's up to you how much butter you want to add. You don't need a whole lot. That wasn't even a tablespoon. And then from here, I'm going to butter. And that's already transformed. Now we'll taste it, see how it looks. Now I've got a big pot over there. I got enough to feed 1,000 people, and I'm going to feed everyone that. But so that's the soup. It's really wonderful, and believe it or not, just those few ingredients go really well together. And I'm not going to leave it like that today. I'm going to take it a step further. And everyone's heard of white asparagus, and white asparagus is the same thing as green asparagus. They've mounded up dirt so that the sun, the ultraviolet rays don't get to the asparagus as they're growing, so they don't develop chlorophyll, which is the green acid, yeah? So I made a puree here with just white asparagus. All I've done here is I've just blanched the asparagus and taken it out, pureed it, used a little bit of stock, added some butter to it, tasted it with salt, and I've got a white asparagus puree here too. I've taken this soup even further, and those leeks that I used earlier, and same thing, you're going to taste it, I fried them to make them crispy, and they're just crispy leeks, yeah? So that goes on top of the soup too. Also what I did was I just grabbed basil, because chlorophyll, all that stuff goes well together. I just grabbed the basil leaves and I dropped them in a fryer, and at 300 degrees, so turn that on. And I'm going to go ahead and just make you so since this particular dish is just a show, and so let's do. And what I got here is I got some asparagus tips, yes? I'll put some of those around. I have some white, one of these, you got the white asparagus, you got pea shoots, all this good stuff. And what I would come to you with is a teapot. Yes? And so I've got this big soup that's already beautiful, it's wonderful. And so I'm just going to grab some of the soup that you're going to eat in just a second. That's beautiful. I'm going to wipe this a little bit. And this is gorgeous, and this is how I would want to present it to you. So, you're the guest. I'm going to set you up here. Excuse the dirtiness. The guest. Maybe I just got to move this up. Okay. So this beautiful plate, you get stuff in front of you. Server comes and delivers this to you, they explain it to you. It's springtime, you got this great, this is a diamond scallop, it's gorgeous, never got any sodium to it. It's white asparagus puree, some asparagus tips, some pea shoots with great shallots that come out down. And so I put some nuts, and I put some of this, I'm going to be happy later because I think I'm going to eat that. But yes, well, thank you for coming in, and I'm going to serve you the soup right now. Yeah? Thank you for being my guest. Please. Cheers.